Hello everyone, welcome to another Shidazzle show, movie thoughts and impressions. This one's going to be miles better than my Finding Dory one, simply because I'm literally doing this straight after Finding Dory. I'm just too lazy to do the Finding Dory one again, but difference is I've actually thought about what I was going to say this time. Plus I've seen the movie twice, so that probably helps. But yeah, just going to, get into it now. Suicide Squad. There you go, that's obviously, well, it's the thumbnail and the title, so you already know what the video was for. But yeah, Suicide Squad, a lot of people don't enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. It's a movie I could nitpick to hell, much like Batman v Superman. And I don't know if that's just because I'm a huge superhero fan of all these characters in games, and I love them from the games and the comics that they've been in, and the TV shows and stuff. But yeah, I honestly enjoyed it. I'd give it a solid 8, 9, probably 8 to be safe. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The characters were definitely interesting, a more modern take on them. I was quite well. Again, I'm going to try and no spoil this. I don't want anyone to spoil it for me. So why would I want to spoil it for anyone else? But yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, I'll try and keep it spoiler free. I do feel like this is more, it definitely focuses more on Deadshot and Harley Quinn. Obviously Harley Quinn is an extremely popular character anyway, and Deadshot was played by an extremely popular actor, and very he's a veteran of the acting game now, Will Smith. So those two got their really big moments in the movie. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang was actually hilarious. I actually liked that. I liked his character. They had a Flash cameo in there. Batman was obviously in it a bit, but you saw that in trailers and stuff. This Joker, I don't like as much as Heath Ledger's Joker. That's going to be very hard to do, but I do like the fact that he was more mafia boss, rather than Dark Knight Joker was very. Dark Knight Joker did just feel like a complete mental kind of, someone who unpredictable. It was very different. I feel like they're very different Jokers. This one always had he wore his suits and he had all the bling and he had the tattoos and the sliced back hair. He was a different Joker, but I did enjoy Jared Leto as the Joker. A lot of the characters, some of the characters, I'll be honest, Harley Quinn and Killer Croc are probably the two characters I was a bit let down with. Not saying I don't like them, but for a start, Killer Croc, I feel like they could at least, if they're going to CGI him, they could have made him taller, a lot taller. He was barely even the tallest one there, I think. And to be honest, he looked like the pop figures, when it's all the pop figures you can get, they have really big heads and like normal sort of bodies. That's what Killer Croc reminded me of here. His head looks huge compared to his body. I didn't like that. But yeah, he was okay. He wasn't as big of a role as I thought he'd be, being the powerhouse, the really sort of out there one. He's basically a crocodile man. Harley Quinn, she's probably the most controversial character of this movie because a lot of people love her, a lot of people hate her, but I liked her. But at times I felt like she was Harley Quinn, and at other times I wasn't really sure who she was. I know that's part of maybe a character. Oh, she's a bit crazy. She doesn't really know who she is herself, and she has all these voices and she keeps talking differently. But it didn't work for me. I just felt like I didn't feel like it was Harley Quinn. It felt like someone who was someone you get to see it maybe at a convention or something, pretending to be Harley Quinn. I don't know. It's really tricky. I did enjoy Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, but. I guess we'll see more of her in the next movie because there's a lot of romance between her and the Joker, and it's very strange. But yeah, it was an enjoyable movie. The action was really good in this movie, really fucking good. Some of the characters were simply in there just to kind of progress the plot. Slipknot, don't want to say anything about you, mate, because, well, what is there to say? But yeah, some of the characters I didn't really know, like Katana or Enchantress, so it was really cool finding out about them. Especially Enchantress, she was really interesting. She was probably the most curious I was towards any of the characters, even going into it, and still afterwards I'm still, you know, Google searching, like, I want to know more about this character. I can't really say who the main enemy of the movie is, because a lot of people think it's the Joker, a lot of people think it's some non-human entity, because of the whole in the trailers, like all wiggly, like mechanical shit going on. I don't know, but yeah, the villain, it's alright. It was definitely a movie where it's building these characters that, and you know, I feel like characters like Deadshot and Harley Quinn and the Joker, they'll appear in Batman movies, the Ben Affleck ones in the future. I feel like Captain Boomerang, well, I hope he appears in maybe the Flash movie whenever that's supposed to be coming out. Amanda Waller was actually a really good character in as well. I need to point that out. She was actually one of the best things about this movie. But yeah, there's not much else to say. The action was really good. A lot of the characters were interesting. They weren't bad. They were interesting, or they were really good. Like, you know, I really did like Deadshot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'd give it an 8, like I said, 8 or 9. I've seen it twice now. Have I seen it? Yeah, I've seen it twice. I'd probably go see it one more time as well. Oh, and quickly before I finish the video, the music, the soundtrack of this movie is actually really cool. I really dig it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope this was a lot more structured, or it just made more sense than my Finding Dory one. I'll be honest, my Finding Dory one was awful. It was just me rambling. And to be honest, this is rambling too, but I feel like I've got structure to it. I'm talking about the characters, I'm talking about the action, the movie, the soundtrack. Whereas in Finding Dory, it was all a bit like, you know, halfway through I just walked through the kitchen to let my dog out, and I was just mumbling to myself about, I said the start of the movie about 5 times. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm not sure if there's any movies that really, I mean, I think, is there a movie called like Nerve or something? I can't remember. It's got Dave Franco in it, and some blonde, I can't remember her name, a blonde actress. It's about they have to like play a weird game, but they bet, and it's weird, but it looks cool. But that'll probably be the next one I do have thoughts and impressions on, because there's not a lot out this year. Like video games, there's not a lot out that I can play. So, but yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.